Welcome back, Truth Seeker. This is take two. Take two. And I realized in take two, I don't have my audio settings right. So, yeah, this probably doesn't sound as good as take one, but it's manageable. You can understand what I'm saying. I covered the death of Giorgio Armani this morning during Fashion Month, right before the kickoff of the 106th NFL season, where the Eagles are hosting. And I had two major oversights. I don't buy overpriced Italian designer brands, mostly because I'm not under mind control. But I didn't realize that Armani's logo is the eagle. And of course, the Eagles are hosting the opener. And then there's another big piece with that I overlooked. Philadelphia, home of the Eagles, who are hosting, it's the 215 area code. You'd never guess what Giorgio Armani equals in Gematria. I decoded when I rolled out of bed this morning, so I overlooked that. But now that I'm a little more alert and have had my coffee, I just want to make sure everybody has this information because this is clearly a ritual sacrifice for the 106th NFL season. This stuff goes on every year. Most people overlook it. It's completely undeniable, as we'll get into. I put out the video on my news channel. I didn't put it out on sports this morning or GematriaEffectNews 22. I'm putting it out on all three channels right now because a lot of you guys are asking what time the live stream starts for Thursday Night Football on Patreon. That's going to start at 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern. It'll run for 2 hours. We'll put out a lot of information. I'm super zeroed in on some player props. Oh, yeah, and I'm hoping 35 Thursday hits. For years, we've killed with 35 Thursday, but the second half of last season, 35 Thursday started to fall apart. We'd never seen it before. I'm worried they took it away, but it could hit tonight. So anyway, I'm anticipating taking advantage of the rigged NFL. If you want to do it with us, again, on Patreon, again, the pricing tiers for this season. You want to be on at least the $11 tier. On the $11 tier, you get all the notes 7 days a week. You get live streams Monday through Friday, but you don't get the NFL exclusive content. You got to be on the $20 tier for that. On that tier, you get everything. Notes 7 days a week, streams 7 days a week, plus the bonus streams for the NFL, like the one that starts later today. And the other nice thing about being on the $20 tier is you get a chance to win my money every single week. We've been doing it for about 2 years now. I've been paying out. We've done between top 3, top 6. I'm going to do top 5 for this NFL season. Top 5 finishers in the weekly contest, which is scoring the most points based on betting lines. So if you take a prop bet that pays plus 1,000 and that's the top score, you finish in first place and you get the biggest payout for the week. And, you know, some people really padded their pockets with this system. Like I said, some of these people in my contest need some competition because they're winning week after week. And I know people can beat them. We just need more people to participate. But check this out, you guys. Look how perfect this is. Again, RIP to Mr. Giorgio Armani, dead during Fashion Month, just before the kickoff of the 106th NFL season. Now, again, if you're new here, Gematria, the Kabbalistic practice of coding numbers into words, based on the alphabetic order forwards and backwards. And what I'm going to show you is how Armani equals 56, and you run the alphabetic order forwards. He's dead on the 56th day of his age, and Armani launched in 1975 during the 56th NFL season. Keep in mind, Super Bowl 60 will be the 56th Super Bowl of the modern era. And that modern era number matters big time. It's like how Super Bowl 54 and Super Bowl 58 were a rematch of each other. 58 was the 54th of the modern era. Joe Montana equals 54. He played for the Chiefs and the 49ers. Both of those Super Bowls were between the Chiefs and the 49ers. He wore 19 for the Chiefs. The Chiefs won the first one, which was the 2019 season. And then they became the first team to go back-to-back in 19 years, with the game going to overtime 19-all, with McCole Hardman catching the game winner for his 19th career touchdown. What a script. Anyway, Armani, founded in the 56th NFL season, dead today, kickoff day on the 56th day of his age. And again, that was during the 75 season. You can see 56th NFL season. Today's the kickoff of the 106th season. Run the alphabetic order in reverse. Armani equals 106 instead of 56. This is elementary mathematics. These are elementary rituals that unfold in front of the public every single day. And again, Armani's an Italian. Nick Sirianni, the coach of the Eagles. Armani's logo is the eagle. Italian-American. Vince Lombardi, born to Italian immigrants and Italian-American. Everybody plays for that Lombardi trophy. And remember, he died at Jesuit Georgetown unexpectedly in the 56th city, Washington, D.C. Big number at the Jesuits in light of this 56th thing. The Jesuits hail from Italy. Their headquarters is there, the Church of the Jesu. They are the military order of the Catholic Church who gave us the calendar and the language and pretty much run a lot of things, including your rigged NFL. But if you're new here, there are 4 base ciphers of the English language. Alphabetic order forwards, alphabetic order in reverse, and both orders with numerology applied. Notice how football and Armani also overlap. So again, that's how he becomes a fitting ritual for the football season. Again, there's 3 pro players who have the name Armani in the world of football right now. 2 are in the NFL. 1 plays for the Chiefs, who lost to the Eagles last year. And, you know, him dead on the 4th day of the 9th month. NFL's 49. Eagles is 49. Again, the Eagles hail from the 215 area code. Giorgio Armani, 215. They're playing Dallas, the other 49. Would you believe that? I'll give you one guess. Saquon Barkley's next regular season touchdown is what number? You know, they're fresh off the Super Bowl, the Eagles. And this year, the 49ers are hosting, mind you. The 49ers host, you know, a big Jesuit Italian city out there in San Francisco. A lot of Spanish influence, too. But Nick Sirianni, his next regular season win, I'll give you one guess what number that is, too, because these are things you got to look out for. Sometimes it is that simple. But, yeah, we'll be going into much greater detail here. And just for one more point, September 4th, the day leaving 118 days left in the year. They're fateful numbers. They're connected to all kinds of celebrity death, from Robin Williams, who died on August 11th, the 118 date, to Tupac, whose death anniversary is coming up, who died on 118 date numerology, to I always forget the name of the rock star who died on August 11th in Hotel Room 118. But there's a lot of these in history. It's just the fateful number 118, homicide and death 118. And it's also a number connected to Philly, like how we had Philly in spring training to be in the 118th World Series. They lost to the Astros that year on the anniversary of the Astro World tragedy. Remember the year that the Astro World tragedy happened, the Astros lost to the Braves by the numbers in the year that Hank Aaron died at the start of the season. And also then UB40's Astro died right after. It's like, well, 3 major Astro tragedies. One for the baseball team, one for Astro World, one for UB40's Astro. People don't even blink an eye. I don't know how. Anyway, we do call Philadelphia 118 land. Philadelphia, Pennsylvania's 118, and Philadelphia, PA's 118. And look out, because George Pickens is making his return to Pennsylvania tonight, playing for his new team, the Cowboys. And yeah, I'll save my thoughts on that for the Patreon stream. But George Pickens does have the same birthday as the state of Pennsylvania, which is pretty interesting. You know, he was catching balls from Kenny Pickett on the Steelers not long ago. Pickens to Pickett. So, yeah, I mean, for all the coincidence theorists, I hope this is the last day of being one. It's not cool to be a coincidence theorist. It's majorly problematic for all kinds of reasons. Yourself, you know, the world. It just needs to stop, you guys. This stuff is sick and demented. And Giorgio Armani, you know, here's the other thing. Did he even really die today? Did they save the news for today? Has he been on ice? I had somebody in my community tell me a week before Ryan Sandberg died that he was dead. And he's from the Chicago area, knows people who knows people. He told me a week before, he said, Ryan Sandberg's dead, Zach. They're going to announce it sometime soon. He told me that the Monday before they announced it. And just in case you forgot about Ryan Sandberg's death, he's from Spokane, Washington, just like the girl from that HBO show who had the controversial jeans commercial about jeans. People thought it was an SS salute. He died at the same time that was going on. What's her name? Sydney Sweeney, is that her name? They're both from Spokane, Washington, out here on the West Coast. But they saved the news of his death for a week after it reportedly happened. It happened in the time of cancer on July 21st, reportedly, from what I know. They saved it, though, for July 28th, 2025, which was a date with 44 numerology to say he died from cancer. Keep in mind, Monday's named after the moon, and the moon's ruled by Cancer, and that's why you had the moon landing in the time of Cancer back in 69 when the astrological symbol for Cancer is 69. But Dion was in the news that day for being cancer-free. But see, the way they saved the news, you guys, it made the ritual perfect. They announced his death 132 days after the MLB season began. You see? and Ryan Sandberg equals 132. The Cubs began the year early with the Dodgers overseas in Korea, or in Japan, excuse me. It was in Japan. And remember, the current Pope is from Chicago, and Catholic Church is 132, like Roman Catholic. And Ryan Sandberg has that connection as well. But yeah, word on the street, information from the community, but a week before it happened. So I think that's why a lot of times these deaths are so perfect, because they're fudging the numbers, they're reporting it ritualistically, and that is pretty sick to think about. Keep in mind, he died 313 days after his 65th birthday. 313 is the 65th prime. Of course, we call Philadelphia the 65 city. Its establishment date's October 27th. The day leaving 65 days left in the year. Last season was the Chiefs' 65th season. They lost to Philadelphia. Run it the other way. Philadelphia's 61. Andy Reid got his 61st loss with the Chiefs against his old team. He used to coach the Eagles. And, yeah, Phillies were playing the other Chicago team the day that the news died. 2-6 score. Polk City wins. But, yeah. It was also 82 days after the Pope became the Pope, who's from Chicago. Remember, the last Pope died on the 312th day of Trump's age. Chicago's the 312. Then you get the first American Pope from Chicago. Trump put out the tweet on 5/5 that he was the Pope, and then we get the first American Pope born in 55. But, oh, yeah, the Cubs and the Brewers also played that day. Sandberg made his name with the Cubs, started with the Phillies. And notice, on the day of his death, the Cubs, his team, lost, and they became 79-79. All right, I made a typo there. Oh, no, at the time of his death, that's what it was. The Cubs were 79-79 versus the White Sox. Like his full name is 79, just how both Chicago teams factored in at the time of his passing. And he did die exactly 79 weeks after the news broke of him saying that he was fighting cancer. So keep in mind the word murder is also 79. But yeah, this is the way it goes day after day, as I've been demonstrating now for over 12 years. The world of sports is full of this stuff. You just had a former Cowboy, the second all-time leading tackler for the Cowboys, just died the other day, right before they kick off the season. Leroy Jordan, we just covered that one. But yeah, this whole Armani thing, you're trying to wake up your friends and family, teach them the 4 base ciphers. You can access these calculators at my own website. Just hit the calculator tab. There's free apps to download for Apple and Android. Works offline. Don't need an internet connection. You can show them how Armani's 56, dead on the 56th day of his age. Brand launched during the 56th NFL season. Dead the day of the kickoff for the 106th season. Football, 29-43 in the same ciphers. Or you go over to Derek's website, Gematria.com. Granted, if you don't have a membership here, this page is full of ads. You won't see it on mine because I have a membership, but it is kind of annoying, the level of ads on here if you don't have it. But again, just, same calculator, a little brighter, a little bit bigger words here for people who are, need that extra stimulus. But yeah, I mean, these rituals, they're just picture perfect. So yeah, we'll be starting our live stream in a little more than an hour, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 Eastern on the Patreon, patreon.com/Zachary K. Hubbard. Again, the updated pricing tiers. If you're on the $5 tier, you get Friday's content, the stream and the notes. If you're on the $11 tier, you get all 7 days, weeks notes. You get live streams Monday through Friday, but not the later streams for the NFL. If you're on the $20 tier, you get everything, every stream, all the NFL stuff, all the notes, and a chance to win yours truly money every week. So I'll see you guys on Patreon in a little more than an hour. And for everybody else, have a great rest of your day. Just remember, don't get too emotionally invested in the games. They're definitely rigged. Even if you think you have the lock of the century decode, never bet more than you can afford to lose. You stay steady with this knowledge, you'll surely win. You bet too much, you might take yourself out of the game on day one if you got the wrong decode. So slow and steady wins the race. Until next time, True Seeker.